Now on the 15th of August, a lady in Mangalore gave birth to a baby boy. Since the boy was a premature baby basically, and when the doctors knew it wouldn't survive long, the baby was declared dead. But when the grave was being dug, the parents witnessed the shock of their life. What could that be? Let's find out.
August 15, 2014. On the 15th of this month, a lady by name Gauri went into labor at 27 weeks and was rushed to Yenepoya Hospital in Deralakatte. It was a baby boy. She delivered the baby by C-section. Unfortunately, their bundle of joy was a preemie. The baby was born at 7 months and weighed a little more than 1.5 kgs. Until a few days ago, the survival of the baby hung in the balance. The yet-to-be-named infant was kept in an incubator until Friday. August 23, 2014. But on August 23rd, it is alleged that their bundle of joy showed no signs of life. The doctor in charge, Mithun, came out of the ICU with disheartening news. The doctor told the father of the child, Pushparaj, that if the ventilator plugs were pulled out, the child would face complications.
ಬಟ್ ವೆಂಟಿಲೇಟರ್ ತೆಗೆದಾಗ ಯಾವಾಗ ಹೋಗ್ತಂದು ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ವೆಂಟಿಲೇಟರ್ ತೆಗಿಯೋ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಕೂಡ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ವಿ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 2 ದಿನದಲ್ಲಿ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ವೆಂಟಿಲೇಟರ್ನ ತೆಗಿಬಹುದು. ಮಗು ಮುಂದೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂಥ ಮಗು ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂಥ ಮಗು ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಆವಾಗ ಅವರು ಇಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಥರದ್ದು ಮಗು ನನಗೆ ಬೇಡ, ಈಗಲೇ ಮೆಷಿನಿಂದ ತೆಗೀರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಆ ಥರ ಅಂದರೆ ಬದುಕಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇರುವಂಥ ಮಗು ಆದರೆ ನನಗೆ ಬೇಡ ಅದು. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಮೆಷಿನಿಂದ ಅದನ್ನು ಮತ್ತೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೂ ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಯವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ಮತ್ತೆ ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲರ ಹತ್ರ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದಿನ ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ವೆಯ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡೋಣ, ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ವೆಂಟಿಲೇಟರ್ನ ತೆಗೆದು ಮಗು ಬದುಕಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಬದುಕಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಉಂಟು, ಬಟ್ ಬದುಕಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂಥ ಮಗು ರಿಸ್ಕ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಅವರು ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನು ಮಗುನ ವೆಂಟಿಲೇಟರ್ನ ತೆಗೆದು ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತೇವೆ.
Before leaving the corridors of the Yenepoya hospital, Pushparaj, the father, signed a declaration that read that the baby was forced out of the support at his own request. Here's the report from the hospital.
The baby is on ventilator, very minimal spontaneous efforts and sluggishly reacting. The doctor then goes on to say that the baby being discharged at request. Baby disconnected from ventilator and to be handed over to the patient party.
Well, the report suggests that the baby was sluggishly reacting, which means the baby was still alive. Now we show you the declaration signed by Pushparaj himself. The declaration reads,
I have been explained in my own language the condition of the patient and the complication which arose due to the condition. The poor prognosis of the baby is understood. In spite of the situation, I do not want to continue further treatment and I will not hold the hospital or the treating doctor responsible for anything which occurs due to my discharge at request.
Holding the baby in their arms, the grieving parents headed straight to Chembugudde burial ground. A grave was being dug. The baby was being prepared for the last rites. But 9 days into this world, the infant was all set to bid goodbye to the world. The rites were taking place according to the Hindu tradition. As per the ritual, a few drops of milk were put into the mouth of the baby. Back from the dead. But to their surprise, the baby started gasping for breath. They didn't believe their eyes. To know if the baby was responding, more drops of milk were fed to the baby. The tot opened his eyes, mouth, and began to cry. The baby boy was very much alive. The miracle baby was rushed to another hospital by his father, Pushparaj. When the doctor at the Yenepoya hospital clearly indicated at the fact that the baby is sluggish and will be faced with serious complications, on what grounds did the parents take the baby to the burial ground? And more importantly, we really don't know what complications did Dr. Mithun indicate at, but let's listen into what the relative has to say.
ಮಗು ಕ್ರಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಉಂಟು, ಏನೋ NICUಯಿಂದ ಅದು ಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ತೆಗೆದರೆ ಮಗು ಡೆತ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂತೇಳಿ, ಇನ್ನು ಏನು ಬದುಕುವಂಥ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ಅಲ್ಲ, ನೀವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಡಾಕ್ಟ್ರು, ನೀವು ಡಾಕ್ಟ್ರು, ನಮಗೇನಾದರೂ ವಿಷಯ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಸೊ ನೀವು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ಅದರ ಮಾಡಿ ಆಯಿತು. ಮಗು ಈ ಒಂದು NICUಯಿಂದ ತೆಗೆದ ನಂತರ ಒಂದು 5-10 ನಿಮಿಷದಲ್ಲಿ ಡೆತ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೇವೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಡೆತ್ ಆಯಿತು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ನಮಗೆ ಒಂದು 2 ಗಂಟೆ ಆಗುವಾಗ ಮಗುವನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟರು. ಒಂದು 12ವರೆಗೆ ಈ ವಿಷಯ ಹೇಳಿದರು. 2 ಗಂಟೆ ಆಗುವಾಗ ಮಗುವನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟರು. ಅದು ಸಹ ಬಿಳಿ ಬಟ್ಟೆ ತಂದು ಮಗುವನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತೇವೆ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಬಿಳಿ ಬಟ್ಟೆ ತಂದು ಕೊಟ್ಟೇವೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮಗುವನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟರು. ಮಗುವನ್ನು ಮುಖಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೊದ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೊಟ್ಟರು.
Yes, the relative confirms us that the doctor informed the father that if the oxygen mask was removed, the baby would die in a matter of few minutes. Having given up all hopes, this might be one of the reasons why Pushparaj asked the doctors to disconnect the plugs. And more importantly, the relatives also tell us that baby was handed over to them wrapped in a white cloth. Keeping in mind what Dr. Mithun told Pushparaj, he and his relatives might have headed to the burial ground.
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾರ್ವಜನಿಕರ ಮೆಚ್ಚುಗೆಯನ್ನು ಪಡೆದಂಥ ಒಂದು ಡಾಕ್ಟ್ರು ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವರು ಯಾವತ್ತೂ ಕೂಡ ಈ ಮಗುವಿನ ಜೀವ ಹೋಯಿತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಲಿಲ್ಲ. ನಮ್ಮ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಸ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವಲ್ಲ, ಕೇಸ್ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಬರೆದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವರು. ಮಗುವಿನ ಆ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಗುವಿನ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಹೇಗಿತ್ತು, ಆ ಮಗುವಿನ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಮುಂದೆ ಏನಾಗಬಹುದು ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ಸಂಕ್ಷಿಪ್ತವಾಗಿ ಬರೆದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರಿಗೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಮಾಹಿತಿಯನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯಾರಿಗೆ? ಆ ಮಗುವಿನ ತಂದೆಗೆ ಮಾಹಿತಿಯನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ಭಾಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಹಿತಿಯನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಎಣಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಬಾರ್ದು ನೀವು. ಅವರಿಗೆ ಯಾವ ಭಾಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಆ ಭಾಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಕನ್ನಡ ಮಾಧ್ಯಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಮಾಹಿತಿಯನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನು ಹೀಗೆ ನಾವು ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ತೆಗೆದರೆ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಮಗುವಿಗೆ, ಹೀಗೆಲ್ಲ ಅವರು ಮಾಹಿತಿಯನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರೇನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಆಯಿತು ನೀವು ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿದರೂ ಸಹ ನನ್ನದೇ ಒಂದು ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತೇನೆ ಮಗುವನ್ನು ಅಂತ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇವರು ಮಗು ಡೆತ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳೋದು ತಪ್ಪದು. ಡಾಕ್ಟ್ರು ಹಾಗೆ ಹೇಳಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಉಂಟು ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ. ಅದನ್ನು ಸುಳ್ಳು ಬರೆದಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಬರೆದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ತಂದೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಒಪ್ಪಿಕೊಂಡು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗ್ನೇಚರ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ತಂದೆ ಹೌದು ನಾನು ಒಪ್ತೇನೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಸಿಗ್ನೇಚರ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಎದುರುಗಡೆ ಕೂಡ ನಮ್ಮದು ಒಂದು ಶೀಟ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಎದುರಿಗೆ ಡಿಸ್ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಒಂದು ಶೀಟ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಬಿಳಿದು ಒಂದು ಶೀಟು. ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಸ್ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಆನ್ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕೂಡ ಬರೆದಿದೆ ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ.
Well, there are two things to be taken into account. The report reads the baby is sluggish and will face complications. And secondly, it is alleged that father was informed by Dr. Mithun that if the ventilator plugs were disconnected, the baby would die in a matter of a few minutes. But let's listen into what the father has to say.
ನಿನ್ನೆ ಮಧ್ಯಾಹ್ನ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಕರೆದು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ತುಂಬಾ ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ ಉಂಟು. ಹಾಗಿರುವಾಗ ಇನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊಂಡೋದ್ರೆ ಮಗು ಉಳಿಯುವ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಮೊದಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಉಳಿಯುವ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಬಾರಿ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಅಂತ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಿನ್ನೆ ಮಧ್ಯಾಹ್ನ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಈಗ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ ಉಂಟು, ನಾವು ವೆಂಟಿಲೇಟರ್ ಇಂದ ಮಗುವನ್ನು ತೆಗೆಯುವ, ತೆಗೆದು ಅದ ನಂತರ ಮಗು ಇದಾದ ನಂತರ ಇದು ಮಾಡುವ ಅಂತ ಫೈನಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡುವ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. 5 ನಿಮಿಷ ಆಗದ ನಂತರ ಮಗುದು ಜೀವ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ. ಮಿಷಿನ್ ಈಗ ಇರುವುದೇ ಮಿಷಿನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತೆಗೆದ ನಂತರ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಅಗ್ರಿ ಆಗಿ ನಾವು ವೆಂಟಿಲೇಟರ್ ನಮ್ ಕೈಯಿಂದ ತೆಗೆದು ನಾವು ಬಟ್ಟೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ತಂದು ಕೊಟ್ಟೆವು, ನಾವು ಅವ್ರ ಕೊಟ್ಟೆವು. ಅವರು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಸಿಗ್ನೇಚರ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರು, ಮಗುವನ್ನು ನಮ್ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು. ಮಗು ಜೀವಂತ ಉಂಟಾ ಅಲ್ಲ ಮಗು ಸತ್ತಿದ ಅಂತ ಕೂಡ ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಹೇಳಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅವರು. ಮಗುವನ್ನು ಜೀವಿತ ಮಗುವನ್ನು ಹುಷಾರಾದ ಮಗುವನ್ನು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಮನೆ ಕೊಂಡೋಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ ಅವರು. ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟಲ್ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಡ ಅವರು. ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ವೆಂಟಿಲೇಟರ್ ಇಂದ ನಾವು ತೆಗೆದಾದ ನಂತರ 5 ನಿಮಿಷದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಗುದು ಪ್ರಾಣ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ, ಹೋದಾದ ನಂತರ ನೀವು ಕೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ. ಹಾಗೆ ಸೀದಾ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಮಗು 5 ನಿಮಿಷದಲ್ಲಿ ಸತ್ತೋಗ್ತದೆ, ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನು ಕೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಅಂತ ಕೊಂಡೋಗಿ ನಾವು ಈಗೆಲ್ಲ ಈ ತರ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗುವಾಗ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ನಾವು ಸತ್ತೋಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಆ ಮಾತು ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಸರಿ ಆಗ್ತದಾ?
The baby boy is now being monitored at another hospital. The hospital authorities treating the baby say that he is recuperating and he is out of danger. We hear that Gauri and Pushparaj work in the Middle East and they had come down to Mangalore for delivery. But little did they know that they will be faced with such realities. But with many contradictory statements popping up from both the sides, whether it is medical blunder or a divine wonder, we leave it for you to decide. Rajesh Puttur for News9, Mangalore.
Well, they went to get back their pump sets, but they were pulled into a ditch of death. And what happened next? Take a look at what happened in Muski Reservoir in Raichur.
Have a look at how forcefully this water is gushing out. This water is rushing after the crest gates of Muski Reservoir were opened in Raichur district. But can you spot something unusual? Yes, these two people were stuck after the water was released from the reservoir. Two persons, Bhimana Gowda and Ravi Kumar, were heading towards the place to get their pump sets back. Water was released from 2 crest gates without prior notice. The duo who went to get their sets were stuck. They screamed for help. Villagers alerted the fire tenders. Fire tenders came to the spot and rescued the duo. The negligence of the reservoir officials would have claimed 2 lives in case of a delay from the fire tenders. But thanks to the timely action of fire tenders, that 2 lives were saved. Sidhu Biradar for News9, Raichur.
Now, tutu meme between a mother-in-law and daughter-in-law is nothing new to us. But take a look at this footage where 2 daughters-in-law gang up against their harassing mother-in-law and beat her up black and blue. Now, this incident has been reported from Padmanabhanagar right here in the city. Reportedly, the 2 daughters-in-law, Rupa and Shruti, were repeatedly harassed by their in-laws, Krishnachari and Amaravati, along with their respective husbands. It is learnt that all the family members used to unitedly trouble the women for more dowry. It is also being alleged that Krishnachari used to act in an inappropriate manner with his daughters-in-law. Not just that, due to Amaravati's constant torture and physical abuse, one of the daughters-in-law had to undergo an abortion. When the relatives of the 2 harassed daughters-in-law learnt of the abuse, they reached the spot and took the mother-in-law, Amaravati, to task. Now, in all this, the father-in-law and the women's husbands managed to escape from the spot. Currently, Amaravati has been taken into custody by the Banashankari police. Well, it looks like it's never-ending woes for Puneeth Rajkumar's star of Power Star. The Theatre Owners Association President, Udu Gaudar, has now stated that Power Star will not be screened in any theatre if the distributor of the film, Prasad, did not apologise for assaulting the Arkhavati theatre owner on the 18th of August. Prasad had hit Arkhavati theatre owner Ranganath after the owner had allegedly cheated him of 10,000 rupees when the film Adhyaksha was released. Prasad was a distributor of the film Adhyaksha as well. But the talk doing the rounds is that people in the industry are unnecessarily targeting Dr. Rajkumar's family, because this is not the first time the Rajkumars have had trouble releasing their films. Meanwhile, Udu Gaudar has said that this is a fight against Gundagiri by Prasad, and if someone is trying to influence them by using the Rajkumar's name, he is not scared of the consequences. He said that the allegations that they were against Rajkumar's was baseless and it was not a personal fight. Udu Gaudar has also said that the Theatre Owners Association is mulling over banning Prasad's films. Udu Gaudar has called for a meeting on the 26th when theatre owners will meet and decide on the fate of Power Star. This has led to a lot of questions on why the meeting is being called just days ahead of the movie's release. In fact, these were the 3 movies that were engulfed in controversy, and now Power Star is also facing the same problem.